Today on the Travel Ones podcast, I'm lucky to have Robin Tinholt. How are you today, Robin?
I'm good.
Excellent.
I'm up. Yeah.
Exactly. That's late for you. Robin's a country singer. I've had a few on, but never one from Norway. So I really appreciate the time difference you're going through right now.
Oh, no problem. No worries.
Yeah. I've been following you for a couple of years now on Instagram and on your YouTube channel and all that. And I know we had talked about trying to hook up and connect when you came out to LA or Nashville or came to the States, but because of the lockdown, that hasn't happened. So I appreciate we're having to do this the long distance way.
No problem. It's my pleasure.
How's everything going for you over there?
It's starting to go a little better now, I would say.
Yeah, it's getting better.
When the lockdown came, it was like it went from having a full kind of tour going on, and then from that to zero, and then I needed to just look for, I needed to adapt, I would say.
Yeah.
So I went off and I got a job. So now I'm a operator now.
Yeah.
And digging holes in the ground and stuff
Dude,
like
that's
that.
a lot of
It's not bad.
musicians are doing the same thing.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing, I would say.
You got to eat.
So you gotta eat. I have a family. I have 2 kids and a hungry wife. So so I need to make money. So that's how it is. But now, when the lockdown is getting further and further away with the vaccination and things like that,
Yeah.
going fast, I would say. And so it's hopeful we have a big festival now in June.
Oh, nice.
And gonna play with some big headliners. One of the biggest artists here in Norway, for example, Dagny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'll have to brush up
so-
on my Norway.
yeah, she's got a kind of an international hit called Somebody.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyways, I need to, I have a band here now because I had kind of a group in the States that was kind of ready, but that
Yeah,
didn't
drums.
happen. So now I have a group of guys here who goes to the music school in Oslo, in the capital.
Oh, nice.
And also the drummer gonna be the one that produces all the covers that I put out on the social media. My Didrik Carlson.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna be the drummer. So we had our first rehearsal last Sunday, and it was
Fun to play
really.
again.
You're gonna play again, that's for sure, because I think we went through the songs 3 times, and then it was pretty tight.
Are you
So,
playing? Are you playing all your original songs, or are you doing a mixture of covers with originals?
Yeah, it's a mixture. It's
Okay.
I would say 75% is original, and the rest is covers from everything from Brad Paisley to Hunter Hayes, to the guys that have the song "Life Is a Highway." My God.
Oh, but you got Rascal Flats.
Yeah, Rascal
They-
Flats.
They remade it. The original was Red Rider, which is a Canadian group.
Red Rider. I haven't heard that.
I interviewed the bass player that played on that song, the original song, Jeff
Okay.
Jones. Yeah,
That's cool. That's cool.
yeah, that's a great song.
I heard that song first time with my son looking at the
On the
Pixar
cars.
movie.
Yeah. I'll send you. There's a band. They're in Europe, I think, England. They're a punk band, and they do covers, and they redid "Life Is a Highway," the punk version, and it's pretty good. I'll send it to you.
Okay. Yeah, do that.
Yeah. So, but you're a guitarist too. I mean, that's kind of the Brad Paisley, even the Keith Urban. I mean,
Be careful now. Be careful now.
I know.
Brad Paisley is, for me, like for example, the speed that he has developed, it's just insane. My kind of approach when it comes to the guitar playing stuff, I would say it's more like a mixture of this. Actually, one guy told me this on a festival that we did a couple of years back. He told me that you sound like a mixture of country and John Mayer. It's like
yeah, he's bluesy.
yeah, so you have that soulful,
Yeah.
easy play. It's not hard, but you still need to work it to get that nerve and the feeling and
Absolutely.
the passion.
Well,
So
did you ever see the John Mayer with Keith Urban Crossroads?
yeah,
That's phenomenal.
it was. I got the goosebumps there.
Yeah. Hearing the best of Keith Urban songs with John Mayer playing them and singing, and then vice versa. It was awesome.
It was truly, and both of them are so insanely good live.
Yeah.
And that is something I really value as a musician myself and singer, and because my kind of look upon being an artist and delivering the package that you're gonna do is like, I have been disappointed so many times. I ain't gonna mention any names, but but it's like, my kind of statement is that what you hear on the record is what you get.
Yeah, live.
And not the other way around. So because you have this kind of this impression or picture of how it's going to sound,
Yeah.
and then you get there live and it's like, okay, I didn't sign up for this. So
dude, we are so similar to that. I almost don't like going to concerts now, because I've been to so many where and I know a lot of it's the soundboard. It could be the acoustics of the hall, but I've been so disappointed. Like, my daughters wanted me to go to a U2 in at the Rose Bowl, which it holds 110,000 people. So it's a big, huge stadium. So, and they were at the top because we didn't have good seats. And I'm like, I don't want to go. I mean, I don't want to hear. I don't know. I've been. What's the best groups you've seen live, or persons?
Oh my God. Oh, that's an easy one.
Okay.
Not hard at all, to be honest. First of all, you have to start with, the legend, I would say, because of the fact that I think that they sound better than the old recording that they have, and that's Eagles.
Oh wow. Okay.
Hell Freezes Over 95.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was chills, and those those voices together is just magic.
Yeah.
That's one band, but even better, I would say, musically, is I have seen them 3 times now, and that is Toto.
Wow, really?
That was. Are you kidding me? Especially after Bobby Kimball, the one singer that I had with him, he was more like he was screaming more than he was singing. I think it was not bad, but you couldn't kind of replace him with you couldn't replace Joseph with him. But now Joseph is back and singing again for them. So that's just a religious kind of thing for me, because
that's awesome.
It was all the sounds, all the the musical quality of that show was insanely good.
Yeah.
So
the best one I have 3 was Linkin Park.
Yeah, I know that.
I couldn't believe that they sounded like the record. And
right.
And then a group called Ex Ambassadors. And then Los Lonely Boys. So
is that kind of those 2 last one, is they international or more like
Los Lonely Boys is he's really similar to Stevie Ray Vaughan. So you have 3 brothers. The lead guitarist plays similar to Stevie, that same kind of Texas. They're from Texas. It's that Texas dirt, red dirt. I mean, just wailing on the guitar, and they sounded awesome. And then Ex Ambassador is kind of an alternative. They're back east band, but he hits a really high falsetto on the songs,
Mhm.
and he hit them all usually a lot of singers won't go that high
Oh.
when they're on tour because it hurts their throat. But
Yeah.
he sounded just like the album. I was shocked.
That's kind of the package deal that I'm looking for
Yeah.
when I'm, Brad Paisley, he was okay. The musical part was amazingly good, but I'm not sure if it was the in airs or
That's what I'm
whatever.
saying. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it was something that didn't add up because it wasn't. His vocal performance was maybe 70% of what he delivers on a record, maybe 70. So that was a kind of a bit disappointing, but still, it was a great show, and he's a killer guitar player,
Yeah.
insanely good. Oh my god, it looks so easy. It's
He
like a
likes
walk in the park.
he likes comic books. Just so you know.
Yes,
Just so you know.
I'm gonna remember that when I get
Yeah.
over. If he comes over, that said.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah,
But we're hoping for that.
you got plans coming over to Nashville, right? So what's
Yeah.
the background with that?
You know, back in 2017, I got in contact with a guy who had seen one of my small clips that I had on my own Instagram from the song Then with Brad Paisley, and that was 15 seconds, and he sent me a
Yeah.
message, we need to work. And then he pitched me some songs, and 2 months later I was in Los Angeles and was going to record my first EP at Capitol Records. And the the finished product was pretty decent, I would say.
Okay.
We have dropped one of the songs, Dancing on Water. That's one of them.
Yeah.
But the two others is a different class, I would say. And the plan was then to have a showcase in Nashville a year after,
Right.
when we had getting all the connection that we needed. And so it looks like that's gonna happen now in September, maybe.
Oh,
Hopefully.
Good. Yeah.
If I get the vaccine that I need.
Yeah.
But then that's gonna be the plan, and I'm gonna do my part first, and then maybe later, maybe October, something like that. Me and Chris Medina is going over with our project.
Oh,
That's
okay.
gonna be that EP that we're gonna do here. And he got his connection because he's from Chicago, so.
Yeah.
So I think this is gonna be a really productive and a good year.
Yeah. Better than
Not
2020.
with, oh my god, it cannot. That year was both awful and good at the same time.
Yeah. That's what we talked about earlier. For me, for my work, it wasn't good at the beginning, and then it got better because people were buying online. But then for my podcast, a lot of the people I wanted to talk to who were always traveling or touring, all of a sudden were home. So all of a sudden I could get more people on my podcast because of the
So that's a good thing.
Good and bad, right?
Yeah, it is. It's sad that so many people has passed away and all that, because especially when it's so unnatural for example, the ones that has been young that has passed away. It's so unnatural for them to go at that age, and that's really sad compared to, for example, a 85-year-old, because that's more natural. So it has been mostly bad, but it has come something good from it. When it comes to, when I talked about people being more united and supportive for each other in this pandemic, and also I would say getting a better perspective. I think that people in this situation that we have been in, I think that people in general has gotten a better perspective on life and the values
You
around
hope
life.
so. Yeah, you
I
hope
hope so. Yeah.
You know, I was going to ask you with when you get touring and you want to come to the States and all that, you have 2 children, you have a
Yep.
partner, you have a family back there. So how
Yeah.
difficult is it being a touring musician for you, even in Norway, and then also trying to make it over here in the States?
You know, I have the most patient wife, future wife. We have been together now for, when we are turning 30 now this summer, we have been together half our life.
Wow.
I met her when I was 15, and it's hard to explain, but when I first met her, I just knew after a couple of days that she was the one.
Yeah.
And I was only 15 years.
That's crazy.
So she's patient. We have the kindergarten. We have my mom, her mom, her sister, and a lot of people that wants to help. And also the fact that kind of the vision that I have is to make enough money that she can do whatever she wants
Sure.
to. And also we have been talking about trying to get moved to Nashville, but
That's a
I
big
heard
move.
it's a big move. It's a big move, but we have been thinking about it, and also, but it depends on how easy that is. In
Yeah. Well, it won't be
know,
easy.
no,
Nothing. I mean, nothing's that easy, right? I mean, I can't just move to Norway.
no.
So
You have to have that. You have to have been working in the state for so long, and
yeah,
then it's ground rules that I've been reading about it. So it's not impossible, but you
no,
have to.
yeah, do it the right
But
way.
as long as I can work there, have that license in
Yeah, it's a
the box.
work visa or work permit, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's not so hard. You just
right.
need to have a clean sleeve and be an okay person. And I think I'm pretty decent and normal, so I think
Pretty
that's gonna be
normal.
well. Yeah, pretty. I'm a bit original, I would say, because I have always had parents that have let me be myself for who I am,
Yeah,
and not try to like other parents. Don't sit like that. Don't talk like that. Do this, do that. They have been putting me in place when I have been,
too bad. Yeah,
yeah, but still I been had a chance to show who I am without being, you know, put in a place that I see other kids at my age when I was growing up was like
yeah.
their parents were like, you can't say that, you can't do that, or whatever. And I think that is a positive thing because it made me see, the world or life in a bigger picture.
Absolutely. Well, and
So
like we talked about earlier, it's like you are who you surround yourself with, right? And so
yeah,
your parents are the first people that are surrounded by you, that you're surrounded by. And so if your parents are encouraging you to explore things or do this or that, then that's going to open your mind, and you're going to hopefully you'll always be of that mindset of, hey, let me go ahead and try it versus, oh, I better not. It sounds like your
yeah,
parents encourage that.
they did that, and when I was 6 years old, just to tell a short story how they kind of have been encouraging me to do the things that I supposed to do. was when I was 6 years old. I was at my grandmother's house, and we watched TV and saw a famous singer on TV. And I think I was 5, 6 years old. And I said to my grandma, when I'm getting older, when I'm getting, grow up,
Yeah.
you will see me at that stage.
There you go.
So I think it's important to let kids kind of have their own opinions and let her feel the feelings. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because I think that when they grow up, they will have a wider vision and a more go for the things that you believe in and your passions and etc. And also the one thing that helps me, I haven't told you this, but maybe I have, I'm not sure. I have the diagnosis ADHD.
Okay.
So for me, that has been that fuel that I need, that eye of the tiger spirit.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter how tough it gets, how hard, how many no's you get,
No.
whatever. Because I just know my own musicality. It's not like that I'm better than anyone else, because that's the wrong mindset. But I'm have something to add to that category.
I always
That's the
feel.
only thing.
Yeah, I mean, I always feel like with my podcast, there's a million podcasters out there, and I know by talking to some of my friends now that are more famous, they get hit up all the time. And I've had friends that I've known that I've done jujitsu with, or outside of this, and they've said no to me, and it doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? It's like,
That's the spirit. Yeah.
just keep going, and it's not your time. We talked earlier. It's like things happen for a reason. You might not know it at the time, but the lockdown and this pandemic, gave you a different perspective. You got another year's worth of your kids' life out. So maybe you'll write a song that you wouldn't have written if you hadn't gone through it. And that can
I
be a
have
big,
done that.
yeah. There you go.
So I think I have kind of a full set now. They're originals, but after because of the fact that they are not kind of 100% ready and finished, that's why I'm gonna have this covers. And the funny thing about that is, Hunter Hayes, he's not he's not famous here.
Oh, so
It's
everyone
very
thinks
few.
it's original.
Yeah, I can play that song and say it's my song. I wrote it back, yesterday, and I hope you like it. They don't care. They don't know.
Just a
So
good song.
it's a good song. So I can tell you about the songs, so you can check it out on the set list that I have from Hunter is Tattoo,
Okay.
because that song suits me better than him, because I have that tattoo on my
Yeah.
sleeve that he's talking about in the song about my girlfriend. And the song Brad Pitt they have is Mud on the Tires.
Right.
And I have Wanted, of course, Wanted by
Yeah.
Hunter Hayes.
Yeah, you do that
And
song really well.
I think it speaks to me. I think that's why.
Yeah.
And I think that it has to be like that, because when you kind of feel something, a connection with a song that you're doing, it gets better. It feels more natural to do it.
Well, that's what's amazing. Like even when I watched and I've told this a couple times, but John Mayer and Keith Urban, when they did that and they were doing that Crossroads and they were talking behind the scenes, and they asked each other, have you ever been given a song that you didn't want to do? And Keith Urban said he was given a song that was written for him, and he didn't want to sing because he didn't want to sing it for the next 20 years.
Okay.
So he knew it would be a hit, but he just didn't want to have to do it and sing it for the next 20 or 30 years once
Because
it became a hit.
He did not felt it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I understand that term now. I didn't understand that 10 years ago,
Yeah, you figure you just want a hit.
but I understand that now. how it works. You have to, you know, for example, one of the songs that I kind of, you know, that fits in the category of the one song that I'm talking about, that David Foster said that, you know, this is a song that
Yeah.
might be a break. So don't put that out yet.
Yeah.
And that's like similar to, for example, All of Me,
Right.
and that's a big song.
Huge.
It's a huge song, and that's why I need to get I need to get to the States. Simple as that. I need to get to
Well,
the
so,
States
so
second.
you got something that might happen in September, you said, right?
Yeah,
Or as a showcase or whatever.
showcase, and maybe hopefully we get that radio tour going.
Sure.
Not that
Well,
you make any of it, but but it's a
set
great
it.
opportunity.
Yeah.
You don't make any money on that radio tour, but it's a great, just to get that opportunity is great. So
Dude, and that's so much of that's what it is, right? I mean, you have to give out
yeah,
a bunch. I mean, I don't get paid for my podcast, so you know, I just do this to help share people's story and get the story out. Yeah, maybe someday, but who knows?
yeah, it will. If you believe, if you, this is pretty simple. You have to manifest. You know, like for example, classic example like Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
When he wrote his, you know, they wrote a check to himself,
Yeah.
you know, before it happened. And the funny thing was when he first recorded Ace Ventura, he earned approximately that he wrote on that check. So I think that it's important to kind of, because if you believe it and you work hard for it, you can reach that goal. But if you don't have that kind of that vision and that, and you think, yeah, maybe it ain't gonna happen.
Right.
You have to have that, you know, that you have to see, you know, long in the future. You have to see yourself on that. For example, that stage. In my case, it's like I
Yeah.
see myself on that CMA stage. It doesn't matter if I get an award or that's not important, but just to
Right.
be standing on that stage and sing one song. That's all.
When you go to Nashville, you should do the Grand Ole Opry tour.
Yeah.
And we did that. We did that in December, and it's pretty awesome. I mean, I'm not a musician at all, but it was still to see all
Yeah.
those names. You're like, whoa,
Oh my god.
it's everybody.
That's a heavy list.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
amazing to see that, you know, because they have all the plaques of all the people, and then they have their lockers. Like if you're a member of the Grand Ole Opry, you get your own locker, and you know, you just see all the, I mean, dude, it's everybody. It's like it's literally every phenomenal name.
Yeah.
Like that's you should do
That's
that when you get there.
I'm gonna do that. You know, I have a lot of things that I need to do. The funny thing about you know, the States in general is that uh, not to say anything bad about Norwegians, but uh, it's like night and day when it comes to you know, how people are acting.
Really? How
For
do you mean?
example, here in Norway, if you're sitting on a bus or on a cafe or whatever, is they don't, you know, like you cannot look at each other, cannot say hi and anything like that because
Oh,
that's
really?
dangerous, you know. But in LA when I was there, I was people, you know, sitting in the restaurants I was going past, and I was like, what the fuck is going
What's
on
going
right
on?
now?
Yeah.
It's not normal, and that's normal, and that's the thing that we have this thing called janteloven here in Norway, and that's you shouldn't think any better of yourself than
Oh, I
anyone
gotcha.
else, and that's pretty strong. So that was kind of the thing I meant with this was when I was in LA, I felt like home.
I gotcha.
It's my type of, you know, people
Yeah.
because I'm that guy.
Nashville's the same way.
Yeah,
People are friendlier in Nashville.
they are. Oh
They
my god,
are.
that's insane.
Yeah. It'd be funny to hear your kids if they end up moving to Nashville, they'll get a Southern accent.
The funny thing is that, she has been listening a lot to my tunes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All the covers. My daughter, she's 4-year-old now, and she she sings, for example, "Someone You Love," the Louis Capaldi cover that I did. She sings the words. It's not like gibberish. It's
She
actually the
knows it.
words.
Yeah.
And she's 4 years old. So I know that if he moved to Nashville, she was gonna get much better than me.
Oh yeah, she'll start talking with a southern drawl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, goddamn, son. Yeah, goddamn.
Dude, it's all real.
Yeah. I heard that first time I got to Capitol, I was overdoing it a bit.
Yeah.
I was told, because I was like, talk with this like this, and goddamn, son, get down now. Come here, let's record that song now. And I just changed everything, and Nathan was, "What the fuck are you doing, son?
Yeah.
Slow it down. Talk normal now." And that was hard because I have been watching all these movies, all these
Yeah,
references from movies, and
That's funny,
listening
man.
to Alan Jackson. So it was hard to stop playing around, if I could say that.
Sure. Dude, and I'll tell you when I work at the rodeos, and if you're around, like Texas has a little bit of a draw, its own sound. If you're from Texas versus the South,
Yeah.
you get around it, you just start picking it up. You don't even think about it. You'll be the
Oh.
same way. Your kids will just absorb it like a sponge.
Yeah. Because is it the first 6 or 7 years or something like that? They are totally open. And then society comes in the picture.
Then their friends come into the picture.
Yeah. And then you're getting told that you cannot, you don't do this when you grow up, and you don't do this.
Yeah.
Have you ever been thinking about if you just can be yourself 100% everywhere?
Dude, watch. Have you seen Jim Carrey, the Yes Man, the movie?
Yeah.
I mean, that's I brought it up a couple times on different podcasts, but it's kind of that mentality of if you're open-minded and you say yes to more things than you say no to, good things will happen.
Yeah.
But if you keep saying no,
maybe later, no,
Yeah.
and it's gonna go. Yeah, that's true.
So
I can't wait to get to the stage now.
Well, come on over. We got room.
Yeah, that's nice to hear. I have a lot of friends. I know a guy in LA that I don't remember how I got to know him, but his name is Jason Derlachta. He's
How do you say the last name?
Jason Derlachta.
Okay.
Derlachta. He is a movie composer. He makes music for TV show series and stuff like that.
Okay.
And he's also a backing singer for Journey.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's pretty good. But he thinks I'm pretty good also. So we connected on that platform, and he said, "Hey, you need to get to LA now. I'm gonna buy a drink for you," and stuff like that. So it's kind of that mentality, like that kind of just draws me in so strong. Because as we say, we have a term here, the same kids play best together. Like-minded people.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
It like that term.
Totally.
Yeah. So
Totally
in Nashville, I have Nathan, and I have Jeff Chandler.
Dude, I'm telling you, I've never seen anything. You go down Broadway, and you'll run into. I mean, there's probably 30 to 40 live bands playing at the same time.
Oh my God.
But within a kilometer. I mean, they're just packed.
Yeah.
And so
it's not.
We stayed at a hotel just off Broadway, and there were 2 places to sing live in that hotel. They had a cafe up top, and then they had a restaurant down on the bottom, live music every night. Different groups, different bands, solo guys, singer-songwriters every night.
Yeah.
Our the guy that served, who's our waiter, you have to have normal jobs, like you said.
Yeah.
Our waiter the last night is super good, and like I'm still staying in touch with him because he's a singer songwriter. But
Yeah.
he was my waiter, so we were just talking.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's people everywhere, dude.
It is truly. And
You'll be the only Norwegian, but
yeah, I would be, I
yeah,
think. So that kind of that's one of the thing that kind of uh was, I think, the debate for the showcase
sure.
was, this Norwegian guy, he can sing and he's doing country music, and and then they listen to, I think Hunter Hayes listened to the one song that I have called Long Way Home, and thought that was pretty cool. And so,
Let's get it going.
it's like you have to know the people. That's first, to start with that. And also, I would say, have great songs and start to do warm-up act for bigger artists.
Yeah.
Even if you have to pay, maybe you have to pay. No, it's like that now. You have to pay. Maybe everything from, it depends on how big the artist is, I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
So, but just to get the opportunities, for example, be a warm-up act for Henry Hayes, Brad Paisley, Keith, or Kane Brown, or whatever it is.
But yeah.
That's kind of the goal that we have now, to get that going. So that's why I have to get to the States to do that showcase. So maybe that can happen for
That's only
2022.
That's only 5 months away, man. 4 months. So yeah, four months. Man, so you're there. It's coming up.
But now I'm ready. That's the difference, I would say.
Yeah.
Compared to the other years that I've been planning to go. I have, maybe musically I have been ready, but not physically or psychologically. Yeah. Because of the fact that I was like, oh man, in Norway, what would they say? What would they think about this? I'm a Norwegian guy. Maybe they hear that one word that's not spot on, or like that. So, but that's kind of going away now after all the feedback that I have gotten from people from the States. So yeah,
I wouldn't worry about. I mean, dude, you got Keith Urban, same way. He had the Australian accent, but even like you got Tyler Childers. You ever heard of him? I mean, he's a real West Virginia. I mean, he's got a real thick drawl. It's hard. So and I'm in the States, and I have a hard time hearing it, understanding him sometimes. So
yeah,
it's all good. So hey, thanks for your time, man. I'll let you. I know it's getting late there. What's the best way for my listeners to follow you and what you have coming up, and what's the best way for them to see you?
I would not. I would say, I'm working very hard to get back that numbers that I had on my Instagram page that got hacked. So I would say Robin Tinholt official.
Okay, on Instagram.
On Instagram, and just search for Robin Tinholt.
Yeah, and then you have your own YouTube channel as well.
YouTube channel. I gotta keep uploading stuff there, and I have a lot of other covers that's gonna come now, from everything from Brett Young to Kane Brown, and so on.
More Journey.
I'm not sure. I have been a bit. People are saying, "What the fuck happened with country music? This isn't country music." But then I say it always gonna sound country when I say it.
That's it.
So
it don't matter. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I gotta make it my own.
There you go. All right, but hey, I appreciate the time tonight, though, man. I really appreciate
it. Likewise, man.
Yeah, I'll keep following you, and then never know, man. If I get over to Nashville and you're in Nashville or LA, whatever.
I'm gonna be in LA also. I have a couple of gigs there next year.
Let me know about that. We'll get over there and get you a drink.
Yeah, of course, man. You have to do that.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll get you some shirts and some jeans and some boots.
I would love that. I need that.
We'll get you. You'll go home, and your future wife will be like, "What's happened?" Get you some cowboy boots.
You gotta do country music, girl. Get used to it. Yeah.
I appreciate it. Well, hey, man, have a good night. Appreciate the time.
Thank you, and have a great day now.
Thanks, Rob.
Stay blessed.
You too, buddy. Thanks, buddy.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.